Congratulations.
Thank you again.
We're here in Copiah County on a Wings and Warrior, which is a Wounded Warrior hunt. This is the third year that we've done it, and it's been held at Slay Wilderness, about 4 miles south of Hazelhurst. And on this particular hunt, we have 15 veterans from across the nation. And the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries and Parks has always been very generous to these out-of-state guys. They furnish the license for them. They offer them like a 3-day license for this particular hunt. And that our agency is really, really high on veteran hunts because they realize that if it wasn't for those guys, the veterans, that we wouldn't have the freedom to hunt and fish in the great state of Mississippi like we do and across our great nation.
Had the opportunity to serve in our military, the Army. I spent 3 years in there, 1 year Vietnam, 68, 69. And when I came back from Vietnam, they sent me to Germany for a short stint. So I felt very, very blessed and lucky to be able to return.
We down on a creek here. Creek banks is real steep. When he popped up out of the creek bank, he was what, 25 yards?
25 at the most, yeah.
Just right down his gun barrel. And when he popped up, Mr. Tom said, "You want me to take him?" And I said, "Yes, sir." This bird's gonna weigh, I would say, probably 18, at least 18. He's gonna be 18 or 19 pounds.
Right.
But he's got some good spurs. This bird's gonna be a 4-year-old, about an inch spur. But I'm going by the keenness. They're real sharp on the end, and they're starting to make the contour, the bend, which is indication of an older bird. And the body weight on this bird's real good. Had a lot of acorns this year, so our birds are real, real healthy. There's still good acorns on the ground, which is very unusual for this time of year. Normally the deer and turkey, squirrels, everything have them ate up by now. So that's why these turkeys hang around these hardwood bottoms like was in this morning. So, but this is a good bird, good older bird. One you'd want to take out of the flock. With all the birds we heard gobbling, it's going to be real good in these woods for the rest of the season, getting this bird out of here. So, we had a job to do,
Right.
And you did it to perfection.
Well,
you downed him, and
You did a fantastic job calling. It was
Well, I
a joy to
appreciate
sit there and listen to them talk back to you. It was just a great experience. Enjoyed it tremendously.
so we come on in here. Jimmy had been hearing these birds for the last 2 weeks, starting youth week and moving on into regular season. He had basically left these birds alone, especially for all these veteran hunts. And Jimmy, I want to thank you. We wouldn't have the opportunity to hunt and take our children and grandchildren if it wasn't for y'all guys that laid your life on the line. Y'all made a big sacrifice for those of us, back at home.
Over 58,500 soldiers didn't come home, and that's a lot.
Yep. Glad you got him.
I'm tickled to death.
Let's go back to Slay and get a little breakfast and
Fantastic.
listen to some turkey stories.
There you go.
I just been getting some texts this morning. There's been, I know a couple birds killed
Right.
also, so look forward to getting back and seeing what these other guys has done.
Certainly.
And I'm gonna tote your bird for you.
Bless your heart.
I got you done.
Well,
Yep.
Unless you need it for
Yep.
walking stick.
This is a fully guided hunt.
There you go.
All you had to do was shoot, and you did your job. Now,
Way too kind. 1690, 1692. Yes, sir. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
9 1/4 inches. That's 1/2, 1 inch. 1 inch off. So
There you go.
And you're team number
3.
number 3.
So 3 years ago, Dr. Stan Weatherford from Crystal Springs, Mississippi, and I were over in Issaquah County on a deer hunt, and I asked him did he think that we could do a pretty good sized turkey hunt in Copiah County. Because I knew and he know, this is some of the best turkey hunting there is in Mississippi around this area. And he said, well, let's see what we can do. So he said, I know just the person we need to ask though. And so he got a hold of Deanne Wright down here at Slay. And that's kind of where it's all, stemmed from and just taken off from there. We had 18 soldiers the first year, 14 last year, and 15 this year.
That's how it started, and so we're in our 3rd year now, and I am the event coordinator, I guess. But the bottom line, I'm just the one blessed to make a lot of phone calls to a lot of really good people who love our country and love our veterans, and just are honored to have just one little small opportunity to give back and to express our thanks to them and express our love for them and their service and their sacrifice.
We have Will Gilly with us this evening from Texas. So we're gonna run in here. It's got a property I hadn't been on all year. Gonna check it out and see if we can get on some birds, try to get him a bird this evening. So let's go see what we can do. We're trying to get on a turkey in the evening in hurricane force winds. It's gonna be hard to do. Let's back out. Let's back out. I don't want to spook him. We can come back here in the morning after the rain. And these birds is going to filter into this clear cut stuff. So.
Once you get outside and you're outdoors and stuff, you're not lost in your own self. You're able to get out there and find some activity that's keeping you active, and you're not sitting around just relaxing in your thoughts, if you will.
We're here on the last evening of the Wings and Wounded Warrior Turkey Hunt in Copiah County. I have veteran Chris Jemison. Never has killed a turkey. We're going to try to go this evening, see if we can get on one. We're coming back in here to Jimmy Whittington's property where Mr. Tommy killed his yesterday morning. We heard 9 birds. Wind's kind of laying, kind of overcast. Got a feeling we may get one to gobble here, but if we can't, we're going to leave and go to another bird that we had left earlier this morning, try to get on him. So we're going to see what we can do with him.
Served with the Marine Corps and then Army, and 13 years worth of service, and hoping today's the day to get one.
Since our old Jake's this close, I'm going to try to make them gobble a lot. I can't believe they're still gobbling like this.
It's pretty wild. Neat to see them get out there and strut their stuff like teenage boys. Pretty cool stuff.
We seen a bird in this field with some hens this morning, kind of bumped him a little bit, so we backed out and left him alone. We're hoping they worked their way back to the field, but if they hadn't, we're gonna go in a little bit deeper, see if we can get him to gobble, so that's what we're gonna do.
spent $52.96 of the ministry money to put this whole thing on. Everything else was provided by those three things.
It was my first turkey hunt, and I killed my first turkey today. So, first turkey hunt and first turkey.
We were fortunate last night that when we got in, we went down and roosted a bird. Turns out it was 2 birds. I talked with my guides last night and this morning, and we just discussed how we would go about trying to get in front of these birds, and worked out that I was able to do the calling and call both the birds in, and I was able to kill one, and my guy was actually able to kill one of the other birds. So we had a double this morning, so it worked out really great.
Every hunt we go on is a learning experience. I've been hunting for 40 some odd years, and I have really been, the good Lord has really blessed me in the turkey woods, and I respect these veterans and really enjoy going with them. So it was a really, really great experience for me this morning. I got back in the woods with my best buddy, and then I got to take a veteran, and it was, it's moving.